name's Tawil, and I really appreciate you guys coming out today, taking some time out of your day also to listen to the important things I have to tell you about Boeing. A few months ago, I started some research on your company's major threats and ways of solving each one. In my research, I found three major threats that stood out to me. The first threat being the lawsuit that has been put on by the NLRB towards you guys. The second one being the famous 787 Dreamliner being grounded due to its battery issues. And the third threat would be your competition Airbus dropping their new A380, which has put competition on a whole new level. I'm here today to further explain these major threats and give you guys solutions backed up by my research. The first threat, which is the lawsuit by the NLRB, also known as the National Labor Relations Board, is extremely stressful because they have stopped your production, meaning planes aren't being produced and no money is being brought in or brought out, keeping a big gap in your sales. This started when you guys moved your plant from Washington, which is a state that allows labor unions, all the way to North Carolina, which is a right to work state, meaning there's no labor unions or no way to join a labor union. Meaning there's no middleman for the employees to make sure that their job security is safe. The NLRB has decided to sue because they find it unethical to move a plant with all the employees from one end to the other end and not give them the same benefits. This has also stirred up, the NLRB has also stirred up these emotions inside of Boeing, causing the workers and the machinists to go on strike, meaning no planes are being produced at all. In order to win this case, you guys need to find commitment between the workers themselves and you guys. How would this work out? You would have to do a nice contract between them, giving them the benefits that they originally had in Washington, excuse me. But since you can't allow all the benefits, such as the labor union benefits, you would have to work with them and give them another benefit. Like, for example, I found in my research that a lot of employees would appreciate flying passes for them and their family members. This way they'll be happy and then you'll be happy because they'll be working without no more strikes. Off to our next threat. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner has been grounded due to its battery issues. These battery problems have been new to your company, and the FAA has actually grounded the plane because the batteries are overheating, causing the battery to fry and burn up in midair. Searching through the grounding memo set out by the FAA, I learned that the overheating is caused by the batteries not being strong enough to withstand the power of the jumbo jet. And analyzing through different types of batteries and the positions of these batteries, I came up with a great solution. The batteries have a higher intake, meaning you must get more power into this battery. But it gets deeper than that. Now, to stay safe, you want to have heat sensors around this battery in order for if a fire does break out, the pilots will be notified immediately, which would also take us to the next step. You want to have a iron or maybe an aluminum cover on this battery. That way the fire doesn't spread out, causing more and more, causing the plane to go into great harm in midair, which is really bad. The battery also should have a backup battery in order for the pilots to understand that, okay, the first battery is not going to work because it's overheated and it's going on fire. They would be able to turn off the first battery, put in the second battery, and would be able to help the plane land easily onto the ground, causing no harm to nobody. These solutions given would easily pass the FAA regulations because I have done my research through what they would like and what would be able to fly in this world. Off to our third threat. This is an obvious issue I'm pretty sure everybody in your company knows. A lot of people in the whole entire world know this problem. It's your competitors Airbus dropping the new A380, which has provoked several thoughts throughout the world and companies who purchase from you guys. And this Airbus A380 is very unique because it's the size of it's massive. It blows out the size of the 747 that you guys have dropped. This plane is very special with two floors. Now the Boeing dropped the 747 with two floors, but the second floor only goes halfway through the plane. With this new A380, the two floors go from front to back, giving it more room for passengers, or if it was for cargo, more room to move cargo. But, excuse me, this company cannot panic. The biggest problem would be if this company panicked and they rushed into they rushed into different like scenarios, maybe trying to design a quick plane fast to get back on the track. No, what this company has to do is understand that it has in the past made some of these great inventions, like back in the 70s when you guys did drop the 747 and it held the crown for the best plane since 2015, since this A380 came out. Now, in that time frame, you have to imagine how much technology was back then in the 70s compared to now 2015. Now you could build up a team just like you guys did back in the 70s, which was called the Incredibles, where they brought up a whole team to make this famous plane. Now, knowing that Boeing has some of the best engineers in the world, it is time to put them to the test, having them design a whole brand new plane that could maybe match or even beat this A380. It could have the same features, maybe better features. And and you guys can surpass. You just have to be very patient. You guys have to work with the engineers and the people of this company. This company is beyond successful and must retain its very high status. In order to do this, there has to be many steps to take, but slow steps. You don't want to hurry into anything. I have a little skit I have put here together. By law, if a plane has the smallest damage done to it, it is not allowed to be flown because, let's say, a small problem on the ground doesn't seem big, but when it goes up into the air with all the air pressure and all like the different weathering that goes up there, a plane can easily fall, causing from that small problem becoming a big problem. Now you want to treat this company like it's that small plane. Like I said, I'm sorry, that small damage on the plane. You don't want to go up into mid-air with these problems. You don't want to go out into the business, and then your business, the small problem within your business becomes a big problem, and your business will fall just like a plane would fall. So treat this company with very fragile care. Make sure you guys are notified by all. Make sure everybody within this company is notified of these threats, and make sure you guys get them done quickly. So let me work with you guys. Let's solve these problems together. Let me help this company prosper as it has been doing for the past 100 years. So I really appreciate you guys taking this time out of your day, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.